Amex cards were once something your dad flexed at a steakhouse. Now, it's trending on TikTok. Around 170 years ago, American Express started as a company that moved money and goods across the country. But over time, it became a big name in credit cards. For a long time, Amex was seen as a card for older, wealthy people or business travelers. It wasn't something young people thought about. Even if they wanted, they couldn't get one. But in the last few years, something changed. Gen Z has made Amex cool again. Gen Z has helped Amex shake off its boring, old-school image and become a trendy brand. To understand why Gen Z's role is such a big deal, we need to look at where Amex was before. For years, Amex was known for its fancy cards, like the Gold Card or the super exclusive Platinum Card. These cards came with high fees and were mostly used by people who traveled a lot for work or had tons of money. Imagine a middle-aged guy in a suit flashing his Amex at a fancy restaurant. That was the vibe. Young people, especially those in their teens or early 20s, didn't care about Amex. They were more likely to use debit cards, apps like Venmo, or cheaper credit cards from Visa or MasterCard. Amex to them felt out of touch, like something your dad would use. So Amex had to figure out how to appeal to this new generation, or it risked being left behind. To figure this out, Amex studied their data and found out spending by millennials and Gen Z makes up 33% of total spending on Amex cards. This was an impressive 13% growth year over year. They also found that 60% of new Amex accounts were opened by millennials and Gen Z. Going after these young people was key for Amex, as these young people will have a lifetime of value. But they still didn't know how to appeal to these younger generations. One of Amex's biggest challenges was that not every store accepted their cards. Gen Z loves convenience, so a card that doesn't work everywhere wasn't going to cut it. Amex worked hard to fix this by getting more businesses to accept their cards, from small coffee shops to big online stores. They also made sure their cards worked with digital wallets like Apple Pay, which Gen Z uses all the time. This made Amex feel just as easy as any other payment method. The Gen Z generation is different from older ones in how they think about money. If you look at history, younger generations were always cautious about credit cards, often influenced by the financial crises and the debt burdens they witnessed in their families. However, recent data indicates a change in this trend. According to a study by TransUnion, 84% of Gen Z consumers aged 22 to 24 had at least one credit card by the end of 2023. A significant increase from the 61% of millennials at the same age a decade prior. Gen Z wants to live life to the fullest. They love experiences like music festivals, travel, or trying new restaurants, or just buying new stuff. They're also super smart about finding deals and rewards to make their money go further. Gen Z is also big on social media. Platforms like TikTok, Instagram, and YouTube shape how they see the world, including what's cool. They trust influencers more than traditional ads, and they love showing off their lives online. Gen Z uses social media to build their personal brand. This mix of wanting experiences, being smart with money, and living online gave Amex a chance to connect with them. Amex saw Gen Z's habits and made some big changes to win them over. First, they updated their cards to fit what young people want. The Amex Gold Card, for example, got a makeover with new colors and benefits that Gen Z loves, like credits for dining at trendy spots or using food delivery apps like Uber Eats. These rewards feel practical for young people who eat out a lot. Amex's new designs, like the Rose Gold Gold Card, became a hit on Instagram. Young people love posting pictures of their cards because they look stylish. Amex leaned into this online behavior by making their cards a status symbol, something Gen Z could show off online. The Platinum Card, which used to be for fancy business travelers, now offers perks like airport lounge access or credits for streaming services like Spotify. These benefits match Gen Z's love for travel and entertainment. Social media is a huge reason Amex became cool again. Gen Z spends hours scrolling through TikTok and Instagram, and Amex found a way to fit into that world. The company started creating content that feels fun and relatable, not like a typical bank ad. They posted videos about how to use rewards, shared memes about travel, and even joined TikTok trends. This made Amex feel like a friend, not a corporation. Another big move was teaming up with influencers. Amex started working with TikTok and Instagram stars who talk about money, travel, and lifestyle. These influencers showed how to use Amex rewards to save money or live better, making the card feel relatable. Gen Z has grown up in a subscription-based economy, accustomed to paying recurring fees for services like Netflix, Spotify, and various apps. This mindset makes the annual fees associated with premium credit cards more palatable, especially when the perceived value exceeds the cost. Amex's Platinum Card, for example, offers benefits that amount to an annual value of $1,600, justifying its $695 annual fee. Amex also worked on offering more perks for Gen Z. For instance, Amex acquired Resy, a restaurant reservation platform, in 2019, providing cardholders with early access to in-demand dining spots. In 2024, it expanded its dining ecosystem by acquiring the high-end restaurant booking service Talk and the mobile payments app Roam. These moves helped integrate into the daily lives of younger consumers. Amex also rolled out cards with lower fees, like the Green Card, to make it easier for young people to get started. These cards still had cool perks, but didn't cost as much as the Gold or Platinum cards. This showed Gen Z that Amex wasn't just for rich people, it was for anyone who wanted to live smarter. So, why did Gen Z fall for Amex? It comes down to three things: rewards, status, and relatability. First, the rewards are perfect for Gen Z's lifestyle. Whether it's points for travel, dining credits, or discounts on concerts, Amex gives young people what they want. Second, the cards became a status symbol. Carrying an Amex says you're part of a cool, savvy group, and Gen Z loves that. Finally, Amex figured out how to speak Gen Z's language. Through influencers, social media, and fun marketing, they made their brand feel young and fresh. It also helped that Gen Z is all about getting the most out of their money. They're not afraid of credit cards, but they want ones that give them something back. Amex's reward program is one of the best, and young people noticed. They saw they could earn points on everyday purchases and use them for big things like flights or shopping. This made Amex feel like a smart choice, not just a cool one. Despite concerns about younger generations' financial habits, Amex reports that its Gen Z and millennial cardholders exhibit strong credit management. The average FICO score among these groups is around 750, and delinquency rates are lower compared to industry averages. This suggests that while Gen Z is more open to using credit, they are also more informed and responsible in managing their finances. Gen Z is not just following trends, they're setting them. Brands that want to stay relevant have to listen to what Gen Z cares about, whether it's experiences, social media, or getting a good deal. Amex did that by changing their image, updating their products, and meeting young people where they are online. This shift also says something about how money is changing. Gen Z doesn't see credit cards as just a way to borrow money, they see them as tools for living better. Amex tapped into that by making their cards about more than just spending. The American Express cracked the code to get Gen Z on their side. Amex's success in attracting Gen Z has not gone unnoticed. Many companies will learn from this and try to do that. Competitors like Chase and Capital One are enhancing their offerings to appeal to younger consumers, introducing premium cards with similar perks. However, Amex's early and strategic investments in experiences, dining, and lifestyle benefits have given it a competitive edge. If you are a student and want the best credit card, I've reviewed the top ones for students in this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe.